Now, right around the world, kids of all ages are heading back to school, but in Gaza, the classrooms look different. Makeshift tents serve as school, books and paper a rarity, more often used for building fires than learning materials. Earlier, I spoke with Asma Mustafa, a Palestinian English teacher in Gaza, who says she has been displaced 8 times in 11 months. We spoke about her duty, the duty she feels as a teacher, and how she's trying to bring a sense of normalcy back to these children's lives.
Actually, all over the world, as you said, children are being sent to schools except in Gaza because of the war. And unfortunately, for the second year, we're not going to schools for this year. I hope this war will end and we will be back to schools at the very beginning of this year, because children have the right to learn, to live, save life, to play, and to enjoy their rights just like other children all over the world.
How have you persevered, though? Because as a teacher yourself, what have you been able to do in the last 10 months to try and give these kids some normalcy and some teaching that they need?
Yes, actually, from the 7th of October, as you know, I was displaced just like the Palestinians, families from the northern Gaza to the south of Gaza Strip. And during this displacement time, I spend much time thinking about the children around me, because they are wasting their time, they are losing themselves even. Their parents are not free to do anything for them. So I thought deeply in how can I, as a teacher and as a mother too, to help those little kids around. And I started thinking deeply for those children. How can I help? So I decided after a while to start telling them stories. And I found this a very great idea because they love the idea. And including this I managed to include 1,000 children in this activity every day, by short stories, by music, by songs, by love. I teach them by paintings, colors, some simple papers, although people need those papers to make the fire, because there are no gas, there is no electricity, there's no life at all. Not only education stopped there. I also taught them, the basics of first aid, because they need this in this time. I sometimes focus on what is called the personal hygiene, because they need this. They need, for example, to be, to look after themselves. And their involvement in my activities tell me how much they need this, because they need to get out or far away from the war, the news, the sounds of bombs. It's miserable life, really, and we, all of us, not only children, and we as adults need this.
You have described these children as treasures, and indeed you are right. You also talk about feeding their hearts and their brains. What have you seen in those moments of normalcy where you can give them this teaching? What have you seen in them?
I always see the future. I always hope this war will end soon. And those little kids, have the right to live a peaceful life, just like the others all over the world. And those are really the treasure of human beings. If a human can see another human in a difficult situation and cannot help, this is not a human. So what I do is my duty towards them. As long as I am a teacher, I feel happy that I can do something for the people around me. If I can make a child smiles, I feel that I succeeded. I am a successful person because I managed to make them happy.
And our thanks to Asma for really talking to us and bringing us what school will not look like this fall for children in Gaza. Still to come.